and gentlemen. I'm Bob Mazzarello, President of the East Long Meadow High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Tonight, it is my pleasure to present to you a slide program of the induction ceremony held on November 23, 2013. The East Long Meadow Athletic Hall of Fame will honor former athletes, coaches, and contributors to the proud tradition of athletics in the town of East Long Meadow. The Athletic Hall of Fame will induct new members each year. A permanent exhibit has been established to display a record of accomplishments of those honored. Before we begin, I would like to recognize someone who cannot be here this evening. Dr. Charles Chuck Reddington was one of the driving forces behind the birth of our Hall of Fame and its president for the first 3 years, as well as an inductee in the inaugural event. A 44-year distinguished professor of science at Springfield College, Chuck retired this year and has moved to the land of sunshine, Florida. We thank him and wish him well in retirement. The ceremony honors its inductees as athletes, a coach, and a contributor. But we should also recognize that these individuals have gone on to gain success in many walks of life. They have made those who have known them as teachers, coaches, and family and friends very proud. We were pleased to have a number of former inductees in attendance at the ceremony, supporting the Hall of Fame. I'd like to recognize them: Peter Abdulis, Tom Benton, Doug Burr, Sean Butler, Jay Shapuris, Matt D'Amato, Aaron Duffy, Frank Dutiel, Trish Hafey, Bob Mazzarello, Sarah Meiskin, Ned Obernesser, Linda Valade, Rand Willard. The Hall of Fame Committee began preparing for this year's event about 2 weeks after last year's induction. It takes a tremendous amount of work by all our members. Their greatest reward is to be here and share in the success of this program. At this time, I would like to recognize them: President Bob Mazzarello, Vice President Pat Bean, Secretary Ned Obernesser, Treasurer Lloyd Dupree, Member-at-Large Steve Bazell, Rich Freccero, Mike Harrigan, Kathy Hood, Bruce McKechnie, Mike Roschilla, Paul Ruscio, Carl Owen, John Courtney, Colin Drury, and R.J. Mahefka. Finally, we recognize the veterans of our armed forces who sacrificed their time and talents for their country so that we can enjoy the freedoms available to us on a daily basis. Thank you. Now we present our newest inductees as well as their families and friends. We congratulate the class of 2013, 24 inductees, 14 men, 10 women representing 12 sports, 1 coach, and 1 contributor. In addition, we honor our first Hall of Fame team, the 1962 hockey team.
Ken Bargas, 1993. Ken Bargas was a 4-year, 2-sport athlete participating in both soccer and swimming. He was an All-Western Mass first-team selection in soccer for both his junior and senior years, and was All-State selection his senior year. Ken was also an All-Western Mass selection in swimming and was a member of the East Long Meadow 200 freestyle relay team that broke the school record in 1993. Ken was team captain during his senior year. Ken continued his academic and athletic career at the University of Vermont. He was a 4-year member of the soccer team and was selected as 2-time captain and MVP. While playing at UVM, Ken was also awarded recognition to both the North Atlantic and American East Conference Academic Honor Roll teams. Ken has continued his passion and involvement in athletics as a coach in the youth soccer program in Natick, where he lives with his wife Amy and children Stella, Cole, and Austin. Ken now works as a Regional Vice President of Digital Sales for Haibu Marketing. Ken Bogus, 1993. Brent Bousquet, 2002. Brent Bousquet played varsity hockey all 4 years. He was selected coaches All-League his sophomore, junior, and senior years. Brent was also selected All-Western Mass his junior and senior years and second team during his sophomore year. He was team captain his junior and senior year and a 4-year selection to the Bay State Games. He registered 79 goals and had 76 assists for a total of 154 points over his career. In soccer, Brent was coaches All-League during his sophomore, junior, and senior years, All-Western Mass, and All-State his sophomore and junior years, and All-Western Mass second team during his senior year. He amassed 46 goals and 23 assists, totaling 69 points during his soccer career. In baseball, Brent was selected coaches All-League and Western Mass first team during his senior year. He held a career batting average of .378 and led the team in stolen bases all 4 years with a career total of 67. He also led the team in scoring during his sophomore, junior, and senior years with 96 career hits and 81 runs scored. Brent Bousquet, 2002. Brian Butler, 1999. Brian Butler was a two-sport athlete participating in soccer and baseball. As a 3-year varsity soccer goalie, he helped his team win back-to-back Western Mass championships. He led his team to the finals in the States during his junior year. He was selected to the All-Western Mass first team during his junior and senior years and to the All-State team during his senior year. He recorded 23 shutouts in 2 years, with 11 of them in 19 games his senior year. During his senior year, Brian won the MIA Outstanding Sportsmanship Award. In baseball, Brian was selected to both the All-League and All-Western Mass second team during his senior year as an outfielder. Brian continued his soccer career at Nichols College, where he graduated with a degree in business. He is currently a sales engineer and lives in East Longmeadow with his wife, Hannah. Brian Butler, 1999. Accepting for Steve Chase is Mr. Frank Dutille. Stephen Chase, 1966. Steve Chase was a 3-year track athlete. Steve was a top sprinter during his sophomore year. He qualified for Western Mass in both the 100 and 220-yard sprints. He was the leading point scorer during his junior year and was Western Mass runner-up in both the 100 and 220. He also qualified for the States in the 220 at 22.4. In his senior year, Steve went undefeated during the regular season in both the 100 and 220, setting school records in both at 10.1 and 21.4. Steve was a leading point scorer for the team while competing in only 2 events. He finished 3rd in the States in the 220 at 21.4. Steve went on to compete at UMass. Having retired from the insurance industry in 2012, he still sprints competitively in the Masters Sprint Club, having made the finals this year in the National Masters Indoor Championship meet. He placed 3rd at Penn this past April. Steve lives in West Hartford, Connecticut, where he coaches sprinters and hurdlers at Conard High School. Steve Chase, 1966. Buddy Clark, 1992. Buddy Clark was a 2-sport athlete participating in both soccer and swimming. He was selected to the All-Western Mass first team during his sophomore, junior, and senior years as both a soccer goalie and a diver. In swimming, Buddy won 3 gold medals and went undefeated for 3 straight years under the tutelage of Hall of Fame coaches Dick Bowles and Peter Avandoulis. Buddy won the Western Mass Diving Championships his sophomore, junior, and senior years and was MVP his senior year. Buddy the Bird started as a varsity soccer goalkeeper beginning his freshman year. He tended goal for the Churchill Division Championship team in 1990 as well as for the Western Mass runner-up team. Buddy was All-State second team his junior year an All-State first-team goalkeeper his senior year. But he attended Westfield State College after high school and now lives in Port St. Lucie, Florida, with his wife Sherry and son Preston. Buddy Clark, 1992. Ryan Corbett, 2002. Ryan Corbett was a 4-year participant in cross country, basketball, and track and field. He captained all 3 sports during his junior and senior years. Ryan led his cross country team to the school's first divisional title and state championship appearance. Ryan broke 5 records during his senior year and led the team to a school record most wins in a season, 14. His team was Western Mass runner-up in his junior year and he was named All-State during his senior year. In basketball, Ryan was selected to All-Western Mass second team. In track and field, he finished in second place in a 2-mile run in Western Mass and was a member of the school record-breaking 4x800 relay team. Ryan was the Bay State Games champion in the 3K during his junior year. Ryan continued his track and field at Roger Williams College at UMass, where he was an all-NE performer in the 5K and 4x800. Ryan is currently the cross-country coach at East Motor High School and lives in Springfield with his wife Erin, who is a 2011 East Motor High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee. Ryan Corbett, 2002. Caitlin DeMario, 2003. Caitlin was a 4-year, 2-sport athlete participating in soccer and softball. She was a 4-year varsity starter in soccer, accumulating 47 goals and 27 assists during her career. Caitlin was first-team All-League and first-team All-Western Mass her sophomore year. As a senior, she was selected as a Republican and 22 News Athlete of the Week, All-League, All-Western Mass, and All-State. She was a 4-year Western Mass champion in soccer and won a state championship during her sophomore and junior years. Caitlin was captain of her softball team, as well as team MVP and batting champion. She was a Gold Glove winner during her sophomore and senior years. Caitlin continued her soccer career at Endicott College, where her team made a successful run to the Sweet 16. With a BA in education and a Master's in Montessori education, she teaches elementary school in Springfield. She lives in East Longmeadow and continues her soccer play in various leagues throughout the year. Caitlin DeMario, 2003. Accepting for Megan D'Angelo is her sister, Danielle. Megan D'Angelo, 2003. Megan D'Angelo was selected as All-League in soccer all 4 of her high school years. She was second team All-Western Mass as a freshman and first team her sophomore, junior, and senior years. She was All-State selection her junior year, and Megan was the Republicans Athlete of the Week and a Super 7 player to watch in her senior year. She started every soccer game all 4 years and led the team in scoring in both her freshman and junior years, finishing her career with 28 goals and 38 assists for a grand total of 66 career points. She was a proud member of the team that won 4 Western Mass championships and 2 state championships, scoring the winning goal in East Meadow's first ever soccer state championship. Megan was captain of both the soccer and softball teams her senior year. Megan has been living and working in Florence, Italy since 2008. Jane Hazen Jakobic, 1974. Jane Hazen Jakobic was a 4-year, 4-sport athlete participating in field hockey, softball, swimming, and basketball. She was All-Western Mass her junior and senior year in swimming and was All-State her senior year. She was the first female to play boys varsity tennis and was integral in the creation of a girls' tennis program. During her senior year, she was captain of the girls' swimming, basketball, and tennis teams. In her junior year, she broke the school records in swimming for the 100 fly and 200 freestyle. In her senior year, she broke the school record for the 400 freestyle relay. Jane continued her athletic career as a golf professional, playing in the 1978 Women's U.S. Open Championship. Jane has one daughter, Kelly, and is currently enjoying retirement in Longmeadow, Massachusetts. Jane Hazen Jakobic, 1974. Kathy Holt Wells, 1987. Kathy Holt Wells was a 4-year athlete participating in soccer, track and field, and cross country. As a sophomore, she broke the school record in the 440 relay. As a senior, she was team captain and broke the school records in the 2-mile run at 12:02, the 3,200-meter run at 11:52, and the 1,600-meter relay at 4:16 and 51. That year, Kathy finished first at Western Mass and broke the school record again in a 2-mile run at 11:52, a record that still stands today, although she insists that for aspiring lady Spartan runners that is very breakable. Her senior year, Kathy made her debut in cross country and helped her team to a 6-1 record. She broke the course record and was selected All-Western Mass and Team MVP. Kathy went on to run cross country and indoor and outdoor track at UMass Amherst, where she became an All-New England 10,000-meter runner. She coached cross country at Longmeadow High School, where her first opponent was her now husband, Bill Wells, at Minnetonka. She and Bill have been married for 18 years and have 2 children, Russell and Megan. Kathy Holt Wells, 1987. Jenny Mauer Serafino, 2003. Jenny Mauer Serafino was a 4-year three-sport athlete participating in soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. In soccer, Jenny was a 4-year All-Western Mass selection and a 4-year All-State nominee. She was selected All-New England for junior and senior years. Jenny was selected NCAA and McDonald's All-American her senior year. She was also chosen as the Massachusetts Gatorade Player of the Year. Her team won Western Mass all 4 years and won a state title 2 out of her 4 years. Jenny was a varsity basketball player all 4 years and was selected All-Western Mass her junior and senior years. Her team made it to the Western Mass Finals her junior year. In lacrosse, Jenny was a 4-year varsity player, making All-Western Mass her junior and senior years. Her team made the Western Mass playoffs all 4 years. Jenny was selected as the Republican High School Athlete of the Year. She went on to play soccer 4 years at Boston College. Jenny is the East Longmeadow High School varsity girls soccer coach and lives in East Longmeadow with her husband Andy and his 2 children, Alana and Drew. Jenny Mauer Serafino, 2003. Jamie McCauley, 2003. Jamie McCauley was a 3-sport athlete participating in soccer, skiing, and softball. She was a member of 2 state championship soccer teams. In skiing, she was selected All-Western Mass as a sophomore. She was a state qualifier all 4 years. During her junior year, she became the first ELHS female skier to finish first overall in all 3 divisions. As a senior, she placed first overall for the ski season and placed top 30 at the state championships. She captained the team during her junior and senior years and broke the school record for the slalom event. Jamie McCauley, 2003. Christine Mikeson, 2003. Christine Mikeson was a 4-year varsity swimmer. She was Western Mass champion in both the 50 and 100 freestyle during her sophomore year. Christine finished top 3 in the 50 and 100-yard freestyle at Western Mass every year and also contributed to numerous first-place relay finishes with her teammates over the 4 championship meets. She helped lead the Spartans to 3 consecutive Western Mass titles in 3 undefeated dual meet seasons. She was a 2-time MVP, a 4-year All-Western Mass athlete, and was Athlete of the Week for the Union News in January of 2003. Christine was selected as co-captain during her senior year. Christine went on to attend Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut, and served as captain of the swim team during both her junior and senior years. She was a 3-time team MVP, a multi-year team high point scorer, and a member of the Trinity College record-breaking 200-yard medley and 800-yard freestyle relays. She works as an emergency room nurse at Hartford Hospital. Christine resides in Suffield, Connecticut, with her husband, Jonathan LaFrance. Christine Mikeson, 2003. Accepting for Mike Amelia is his brother, Paul. Mike Amelia, 1971. Mike Amelia was a swimming and track star. As a junior, Mike was the Western Mass diving champion, finished third in Western Mass in the 400 freestyle relay and fourth in the States. That year in track, Mike broke the school record for the pole vault at 13.2 and was Western Mass champion for that event. He was captain of the swim team his senior year and was again Western Mass champion in diving and broke the high school diving record. He was selected to All Western Mass, All State, All New England, and All American diving. Mike captained the track team his senior year and was state champion in the pole vault at 13.6. Mike Amelia, 1971. Rick Parker, 1976. Rick Parker was a four-year varsity swimmer. He was captain during his senior year. His team won the Western Mass Championship all 4 years and won both the state and New England Championship during his senior year. In his senior year, Rick won Western Mass in a 200 freestyle, 500 freestyle, and 400 freestyle relay, setting school records in all 3 events. The 500 freestyle was a Western Mass record, and the school record stood until 2008 when it was broken by John Flahey, the son of one of his classmates at East Middle High School. Rick went on to swim at Springfield College, where he earned an All-American status. A physician, Rick practices family and sports medicine. Rick serves as president and CEO of the San Diego Sports Medicine and Family Health Center. He has served as team physician for the San Diego State University for the past 23 years and lives with his wife Marty in San Diego, California. They have 2 adult children, Rob and Sarah. Rick Parker, 1976. Randy Sample, 1996. Randy Sample was a 2-sport athlete participating in football and wrestling. He was All-Suburban League football in his sophomore year and was an All-Western Mass guard linebacker in his senior year. That same year, he was also a member of the Western Mass All-Stars in the inaugural Charter Bowl Classic held to benefit the Shriners Hospital. Randy was a 2-time Western Mass wrestling champion at 189 pounds in his sophomore and junior years. He was state champion during his sophomore year and state champion runner-up his junior year. Randy was team MVP in wrestling in both his sophomore and junior years. A football knee injury during his senior season prevented him from wrestling his last year. Upon graduation, Randy began working for himself and continues to do so today as founder and owner of Arbortech Tree Service. Randy lives in East Longmeadow with his wife Meredith and 2 children, Colby and Mallory. Randy Sample, 1996. Mike Scanlon, 1982. Michael Scanlon was a 2-sport athlete throughout his 4 years at East Longmeadow High School. He played midfield on East Longmeadow High School's first ever Division I Western Mass Championship soccer team while earning tournament MVP and All-Western Mass selection. Michael was a 4-year ice hockey goalie, leading his team to several winning seasons as well as a Wright Division championship and a number of memorable Division II playoff appearances. He was selected to both All-League and All-Western Mass honors for both hockey and soccer. As a senior, he was captain of the hockey team and won the George E. Russell Award for his outstanding soccer play. Michael continued to play varsity soccer at WPI. A retired commander in the U.S. Navy, Michael is now employed by EMD Military Corporation, and Michael resides with his wife Melinda and 3 children, Tommy, Natalie, Liam, in Mahopac, New York. Michael Scanlon, 1982. Accepting for Brad Smith is Nadia Belaruski. Brad Smith, 1968. Brad Smith was a 4-year swimmer at East Longmeadow High School. During his junior year, he was selected as an All-Western Mass and All-New England athlete. As a junior, he was part of the record-breaking medley relay team at 1:57 and broke the record for the 100 backstroke at 1:02:04. The medley time was a Western Mass record also, while the backstroke time was a PVIAC record. As a senior, Brad was captain of the team and team MVP. He again was a member of the record-breaking medley relay team at 1:49 and broke the record for the 100 backstroke at 1:07. He was a Western Mass champion and state champion for both events. After high school, Brad continued to participate in endurance athletics, where he started climbing and running mountains, beginning with Mount Tom, Mount Washington, and eventually Half Dome, Mount Whitney, and Mount Kilimanjaro. Brad started a company called Next Gen, which was eventually sold to AMD. He now works for Intel and lives in San Jose, California. Brad Smith, 1968. Christina Stone, 1986. Christina Stone was a 4-year, 2-sport athlete participating in soccer and swimming as both a swimmer and a diver. She was team captain of both the soccer and swimming teams her senior year and was voted team MVP for both sports. During her senior year, she broke the school record for diving, a record that stayed intact for more than 15 years. She was Western Mass champion in diving that year also. She's a teacher at Miles Tree School and lives in East Longmeadow with her husband Gary and their 2 children, Jonathan and Julia. Christina Stone, 1986. Accepting for Danny Thomas are his daughters Jessica and Cheryl Kasabat. Danny Thomas, 1969. Danny Thomas was a 4-year, 3-sport athlete participating in soccer, hockey, and baseball. As a sophomore, he received his first All-Western Mass Soccer All-Star Award. During that year, he also pitched a no-hitter versus Munson. He was an All-League and All-Western Mass outfielder during his junior and senior years. As a junior, he was selected as a hockey team MVP and won the League Sportsmanship Award. As a captain of the hockey team his senior year, he contributed 22 points to the records-breaking, highest-scoring line in school history, 109 points. Danny continued his baseball career playing the Tri-County League. Although he passed away in 2005, he's forever missed by his family and friends. His passion for sports lives on in his family and granddaughter Leah. Danny Thomas, 1969. This concludes our Athletic Hall of Fame members. We are now moving to the coaching category. Janet Kerr, coach. Janet Kerr was an educator and coach at East Longmeadow High School from 1969 through 1988. She coached girls softball, girls swimming and diving, boys diving, and synchronized swimming, producing dozens of champions. She amassed over 110 wins as a girls swim coach and won 6 consecutive league championships. She had more first-place finishes in girls and boys diving than any other coach during her years as a coach and mentor. Janet states, "I am proud of all the students with whom I worked. I hope they walk a little taller for their successes, have a little more confidence to face life's ups and downs, can always spare time for laughs, and some fond memories of the times we spent together." After leaving East Longmeadow High School, she earned an MBA at USC and began a career in healthcare management. She currently lives in Finger Lakes region of New York, where she is Director of Performance Improvement at Thompson Health in Canandaigua, New York. Janet Kerr, coach. Our next category is contributor. Accepting for Marshall Hanson is his daughter, Amy Morton. Marshall Hanson, contributor. Marshall Hanson was president and one of the founders of the East Longmeadow Recreation Department from 1954 to 1978. He was also president and one of the founding fathers of the East Longmeadow Little League in 1969. The East Longmeadow High School varsity baseball field was named after him in 1995 in recognition of his work with local leagues. He was founder and vice president of the Scantic Valley Baseball League and was president of the SVBL Bronco Age Group. He received the Distinguished Service Award from the Lions Club in 1968 and was named Citizen of the Year by the East Longmeadow Chamber of Commerce and the Grange in 1984. In 1987, he received the Award of Distinction for his lifetime contributions to youth coaches and baseball from the Massachusetts Baseball Coaches. He was named Honorary Citizen of New Hampshire for organizing competitions between athletic teams of New Hampshire and East Longmeadow in 1991 and received the Rotary Appreciation Award for outstanding contributions to the community and the Exemplary Service Award from the East Longmeadow Independence Committee. He passed away in 2001 at the age of 83. Marshall Hanson, contributor. Our next category, team induction. The hockey team of 1962. The 1962 hockey team went undefeated during the regular season and was the very first East Long Meadow team to win a championship, leading the Wright Division in Western Massachusetts. They went 13-0-2 for the season before losing in the state championship to a very good Archbishop Williams of Braintree team, 3-1 in Boston Arena. They scored an average of 5.33 goals per game while allowing only 1.75 goals per game. Powered by Fred Hawley, 16 goals and 12 assists, Steve Forbush, 14 goals and 14 assists, and James Manning, 10 goals and 10 assists. Bad boy Peter Rouette led the team in penalty minutes with 16, almost 3 times as many as his nearest teammate. The hockey team of 1962.
The Hall of Fame supports the East Long Meadow Recreation Association by providing financial aid to needy students so that they may participate in our town's athletic programs. They are our future Hall of Famers. Each May, the Hall of Fame hosts a golf tournament to raise funds for our programs, and we invite all who are interested to participate. Each of the inductees presented tonight represents the best of our school's athletic programs. The Hall of Fame ensures that their accomplishments have not gone unnoticed. They should take pride in their individual achievements and know that their accomplishments set the bar for all those who follow. After all, we are and shall remain the mighty Spartans.